Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Grassroots Racing Show.
Welcome to the Grassroots Racing Show. I'm your co-host Doug Thompson with my brother Roger Thompson. Roger, we're getting ready now to where we're going to take the Grassroots Racing Show from some of the preseason events where we've done interviews. We had the first and second segments out of Springfield. It was a meet and greet, and we sent Mike Kraft and Kevin Penske did a fantastic job with the interviews. We got to talk to some of the people who were and are legends of the sport, and that was a fun event. But now this time we're going to go to some racing action at California. I think it's called XX Speedway at California, Missouri, for the ASCS race. And I know you've raced in the ASCS series with the wing sprint cars, and that's a very competitive.
It is. It's and there are a lot of World of Outlaw drivers running that class, and it's a very competitive class. And you'd better have the best stuff. And these guys come from all over the country to attend these races. It's going to be an exciting event in California, Missouri.
Yeah, the ASCS would be running the 360.
Yeah, they run the 360, and they have a special ASCS engine that everybody runs. It has special heads, and you have to use certain injectors. But they run the big wings, and the wings are adjustable from inside the car, and they're they're sophisticated vehicles.
I know you ran both the 410 engines, and you ran the 305 in the sprints, and you ran the 360. What the 360s as far as horsepower and their acceleration down the track, how's that compare with the 410s?
Well, the big difference, and of course there isn't a big difference anymore, but it used to be when you had the 360s in the IMCA class, they were steel engines and small wings. You put a big wing on these cars, and that makes up for a lot of handling. But now the 360s, these guys are getting 730, 740 horsepower,
a lot of horsepower
out of one of those, and they're running the aluminum heads, steel block with aluminum heads. So it takes some of the weight off the front of the car, and they're getting these cars in there at about 1,200 pounds. The 410s, these guys are getting almost 900 horsepower.
Oh, tremendous.
And getting it to the ground is the trick. But with that adjustable wing, you can do it. And when you see these guys, it's flat out racing. When they get in one of those cars for that A feature, you don't lift. And if you lift, you're getting past. It's just that simple. But everyone seems to make the combination. And about the only difference, I think, is in compound with the tires. You may get one guy that has a little softer compound, but he starts losing it at the end of the race because he's ground the tire off. Somebody else has a harder tire, doesn't get to working until halfway through. But, it's just different combinations. And these guys got it figured out.
Many times what you see, and of course you know from our own experiences too, you can, if you're, I don't want to say inexperienced, but maybe that's a part of it. Sometimes it's a situation where you're just excited at the particular time, and you wind up burning that right rear tire, especially on the sprint cars, and you get that glaze over that comes on there. Man, that hurts you as the race goes on. You get later in that race, and so sometimes you see the car that's at the front at the beginning isn't necessarily the car that wins it, because that throttle control, that just being patient and steady, keeps moving forward. And that guy that's been excited, and you see that blue smoke coming off that right rear every corner, usually pays the price later.
Yeah, and a lot of times you'll see this guy that's got it right in the middle of the pack somewhere, because he's not, the rest of them, they still have good tires and stuff like that, and all of a sudden people say, wow, where did he come from? He's not going any faster.
No.
The other guys are starting to slow down.
Yeah.
The other thing that's exciting about sprint car racing when you see it is a lot of times on these starts, people don't realize how much horsepower is in there, and you'll see a start and somebody will get in the gas too hard. The front end will come up, and with the stagger on the tire, your car goes sideways, and there you have a pile up of 3 or 4, just because you get too excited on kind of a heavy track and mash it down. But once they get kind of separated out, it's the setup and who's the smoothest, and that seems to pay off.
Yeah, it certainly does. And one of the things, I know I was watching some of the film footage. We're going to see the A feature in here tonight, but I was watching some of the film footage of the hot laps and the qualifying, not the hot laps, but Mike Kraft does such a good job. He was filming the time trials, and just exactly what you said, they weren't, the top runners in there weren't lifting. and those that were even struggling a little bit with the setup. I mean, it was a burp on the throttle, and you know what I mean? It's boom, it's on and off and right back on it, just enough to set that chassis.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be a very competitive race. Really looking forward to it, and we're excited from this standpoint here that this is our first season being on Cox, which goes across the state of Kansas. We've been on, this is the 4th year of the Grassroots Racing Show. So it'll be our 4th year on Eagle, 1st year on Cox, and we're excited because now that coverage goes all the way across the state of Kansas, and there's lots of good racing fans. And as always, we film, at least most of the time, we film here at the Kansas Auto Racing Museum at Chapman. That's where this studio is set up. So we're delighted that we send a film crew, quality of Mike Kraft, to go out to various racetracks and to be able to give us the footage that we need. So we hope you enjoy the Grassroots Racing Show because we're at California XX Speedway in Missouri. So stay tuned. You're going to really enjoy the races.
Welcome everybody to another Grassroots Racing Show night at the track. My name is Mike Kraft, and tonight we are back at XX Speedway, and we are going to be here for some more of that 360 ASCS Warrior Regent racing, as it's a little bitty track, man, not too wide. A lot of racing action goes on here, whenever kind of racing it is that's happening. But tonight it's going to be the ASCS 360 Warriors, and it's the ClydeWoodMemorial. They're already inside running hot laps, as you might be able to hear. So I'll tell you what, let's just turn around here and we'll walk on in and see what's going on. We're going to have hot laps here for a little while, and then the heat races will be starting. So let's make our way on in. What do you think?
Andy Cordy is our flagman. However, the flags he is using was Clyde Wood's last set of flags he ever used. So special tribute tonight with Clyde's last set of flags being waved tonight by our flagman Andy Cordy. Kansas, that'll be Jay Russell, currently running second in the ASCS Warrior Region point standings. Third row on the inside, it's Tyler Blank piloting the number 75 in his outside from down the road in Sedalia. Jonathan Cornell in the 28. Starting inside of row number 3, Tim Crawley in the number 4, and to the outside, veteran driver Randy Martin from right here in California, Missouri. Fourth row on the inside, it'll be Curtis Boyer in the number 72, and to the outside, Curtis Evans in the 1P. Fifth row inside, Mitchell Moore tonight piloting the 9M machine, and to the outside making his return to racing tonight, Chris Morgan in the 77. Adam Jones starts inside of row number 6 in the 1A, and to the outside it'll be Lanny Carpenter in the 24. Smithville, Missouri driver Josh Fitcher will be in the 86 inside of row number 7, to the outside Evan Martin in the 4. Row number 8 looks like this. Piloting the number 31, it'll be Brian Grimes, to the outside, Corey Nelson in the 34. Row number 9 in the 49 machine, Tyler Elliott, and to the outside from Lone Jack, Missouri in the 38, Cody Baker. Our 10th and final row here tonight, piloting the number 5, it'll be Matt Close, and to the outside, it'll be the number 8, of Jeff Wingate piloting the number 8. It's going to be a barn burner, 30 big laps. I am mic'd up here, so I'm going to keep talking even though you won't be able to hear me. Hopefully you'll be able to see this a little bit later on. Watch the firing line off of 4. Here we go! Keep an eye on turn number 1. Looks like everybody's going to make it off of turn 2 clearly. And coming to take lap number 1 will be Jay Russell in that 76. Russell out front early on with Kyle Bellum right there in the 86. Jonathan Cornell currently third. One car slows down the back straightaway. We got a spinner down the back straightaway. He's able to keep going, and the yellow flag flies. One car doing a complete 360. He's able to keep going, but the yellow flag comes out.
Stay with us. We'll be back after these important commercial messages.
If you've been watching the Grassroots Racing Show, you've probably seen the Stinger lift in the shop. Stinger lifts are built by Axe Equipment of Council Grove. The Stinger 4-post, self-supporting, 7,000-pound lift is ideal for residential use, storage, enclosed trailers, or service lifts. The Stinger lift is not only a major asset for the shop, it's also an attractive piece of equipment. Stinger lifts by Axe, above the rest. Hi, I'm Doug Thompson of the Grassroots Racing Show. There's a lot of racing action across this country in any given week, from NASCAR to the local track. I stay informed by getting my information from Circle Track Racing Magazine. Every month I receive racing information from across the nation, as well as articles explaining the latest in racing technology advancement. Circle Track, the #1 source for advanced racing technology. Why don't you join me as a subscriber to Circle Track? The information is on the screen.
This is Scotty Anderson, and you're watching my favorite show, Grassroots Racing.
Green is out. A much better pass that time around. Everybody clean through 1 and 2. Jay Russell will bring him around another time. Russell now opening up about a quarter straightaway lead over that second place running Kyle Bellum. Jonathan Cornell down on the low side. He'll get a challenge from Tyler Blank now in the 75. Tyler Blank up into that 4th position, followed by the number 4 of Jim Crawley. Crawley currently sitting in that 5th spot. On back behind him at 49 machine. Great battle with him. On the outside, looking into the top 5, he is currently sitting in the 6th position. Martin up on that high side in the 48. As your leader now gets a little bit out of shape, and that's going to allow Kyle Bellum in the 86 to close in. Jonathan Cornell still holds down that 3rd spot. Jay Russell using up all of that high side here off of corner 4. Down into corner number 1 now. There is the battle for your lead as Kyle Bellum gets a little bit sideways. That allows Jonathan Cornell to close in. Here comes Cornell on the inside. Good battle, side by side. Bellum got into the wall just a little bit. That was enough for Jonathan Cornell to get around him. With Jonathan Cornell now up into that 2nd spot. He'll try to track down race-long leader Jay Russell. Problems for the 8 now of Jeff Wingate. Jeff Wingate pulls his machine to the infield. He's done for the night. It's closing up at the front as Jay Russell has caught up to some lap traffic. Jonathan Cornell is right there knocking on his door. Don't count Kyle Bellum out yet, just yet. He's currently sitting 3rd. Watch him here off the 4 as they are in heavy lap traffic. Russell has to quickly think which line he's going to take. He chooses the outside of the 49 of Tyler Elliott. Now dives down to the inside. He's got smooth sailing in front of him as Jonathan Cornell is left back there with Matt Close to try to find a way around the lap car of Close. Cornell gets around him. Now we got problems down here off of corner number 4. The 34 machine of Corey Nelson got up and over the berm, but he's able to keep going and comes out right in front of our leader, the 76. Oh, we got a spinner now down here in corner 1 and 2, and the yellow flag will fly. Yellow flag is out. We get set to go green flag racing. 13 down, 17 remain. Looking for the green, we have it. Jonathan Cornell now able to clear the lap machine of Matt Close. So is Kyle Bellum. Those three have smooth sailing in front of them for now. Tyler Blank also gets it around now in that 4. Good run here by Adam Jones in the 1A. Adam Jones currently up into that 5th position. Jay Russell now trying to put him distance on himself and Jonathan Cornell. Kyle Bellum right there. Great battle here between the 1A now. The man on the move is Adam Jones. Adam Jones all the way up to that 4th spot. Jones started this one on the inside of row number 6, has now made his way into the top 4. That'll put the 75 of Tyler Blank back to 5th. Randy Martin back there in the 6th position in the 48. The 77 now on the move. Chris Morgan trying to come to the front in the 77 machine. Followed by Cody Baker in that 38. Baker with a nice move forward. He started this one back in the 18th position. So Cody Baker also coming forward here tonight at Double X Speedway in our big 30-lap main event. That time around, lap number 20. 20 laps down, 10 laps remain here tonight, 10 to go. Jay Russell once again will have to start thinking about lap traffic as he nears the lap machine of Corey Nelson in the 34 will be the next car to go a lap down. Russell gets around the 34, now Jonathan Cornell will have to try to do the same. They'll bring Kyle Bellum with him. Bellum is able to get around. Adam Jones will be next to try to get around that lap machine. Once again, Jay Russell with about a quarter front straightaway lead over Jonathan Cornell. Laps continuing to click off here to blistering pace. That time around, lap 24. Lap 24 right there. We got problems again down in 1 and 2 as several cars get out of the gas and take evasive moves to miss a spinning car down here in corner number 1 and 2.
You're watching Night at the Track. We'll be right back after these messages.
Once again off of turn 4, here we go. Our final few laps, and that allowed Jay Russell to pull away big time on Jonathan Cornell. Everybody clears the cone, so we stay green. Next time around, it'll be just 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go this time. 5 to go. Russell, Cornell, Kyle Bellum, Adam Jones, and Tyler Blank currently sitting inside the top 5. Look at them deep in the field. They're 3 and sometimes 4 wide here at the Double X Speedway. Good action here. Jay Russell again checked out on Jonathan Cornell. Now has built up a nearly full straightaway lead. Coming around for lap 27. Lap 27, 3 laps remain. No change amongst your top 5. Oh, we got a spinner right in front of traffic. Several cars take evasive action to get around here. Evan Martin, tough break for him. As Cody Baker, it looks like in the 38, runs into trouble where he's had trouble all night long tonight in turn number 4. And what a tough break for young man Evan Martin. Problems on that 4 machine. You could see he just couldn't get out of it soon enough to avoid contact. Safety crews now making their way down to that machine off of corner number 4. So 3 more laps in the books. We are up to lap 26. 26 laps now officially counted. 4 laps remain. All right, let's see if we can wrap this thing up. Lights are off. One more time. 4 laps remain and green is out once again. We're good through 1 and 2. Coming off number 4 to complete another lap with 3 laps remaining. Jay Russell, Jonathan Cornell on the gas as much as he can, but it's all for naught as Russell once again starts to pull away. Kyle Bellum back there in 3rd. The 1A of Adam Jones in 4th. Tyler Blank 5th in the 75. It'll be the white flag this time around. Next time around when they come by will be the white flag. Andy Cordy using ClydeWood's flag sends Russell the white flag. 1 to go, 1 final time around. The tight confines of California, Missouri, XX Speedway. And bringing it off of corner number 4 out of Elwood, Kansas, Jay Russell, your winner. Jonathan Cornell in 2nd. Kyle Bellum brings it home in 4th. Adam Jones 4th, Tyler Blank in 5th. Randy Martin 6th. Chris Morgan 7th. Great battle to the finish here tonight. Jay Russell picking up a huge victory here at XX Speedway.
That's his first career ASCS.
Hunt's Car Care Centers, Larry Russell Tax Service, Chuck's Hair Center, Klein Motors and RVs, some of the sponsors out of St. Joe on the 76 of Jay Russell. Great drive by that young feller tonight. Jonathan Cornell in 2nd, Kyle Bellum with a nice run in 3rd, Adam Jones was 4th, Tyler Blank brings it home 5th, Randy Martin was 6th. Here he comes, fans. He's pounding the top. Jay Russell, your winner, his first career ASCS Warrior Region victory here tonight. Comes at XX Speedway in California, Missouri.
You got the winner here for this 360 ASCS Sprint Cars tonight at XX, Jay Russell. Jay, all I can say is man, that was almost perfect.
Yeah, the car couldn't get much better than that. The last few laps, it started getting rubbered up pretty good, and we was getting a little tight coming off, but I just drove through it and hoped for the best. I knew we didn't have very many laps left, so other than that car was perfect. Finally outrun Cornell. He's been lightning fast all year, and that's been our goal of ours, is to finally beat him, and we did it at one of his home tracks, so it feels pretty good.
Second place here tonight for the ASCS 360 Warrior Division, Jonathan Cornell. Jonathan, all I can say is it looked like he had that car perfect, man.
Yeah, I mean, he did a really, really good job, and his car was really fast and clean air, it seemed like. And to be honest, I think our only shot that we had is if we caught him in lap traffic, and it seemed like every time we do that, a caution would come out. So, you know, you can kind of live by him or die by him. You know, any of those laps.
I've got Ozark, Missouri's biggest secret right here. Kyle Bellum, 3rd place here tonight for the ASCS Warrior Division. Kyle, just come up a little bit short. I mean, you had the speed, but just a little short, man.
Yeah, we were just a little short. I mean, we didn't need it to lay rubber there. Laid rubber there probably about 10 laps in. We started reeling Russell in on the top, and it just started laying rubber and progressively worked its way down. So, you know, if a 3rd place is a bad night for us, I mean, starting on the pole, we want to win. We hate backing it up, but, you know, a 3rd place is good. We've struggled this year with engine